Hello and welcome to Ninja Gecko's Cookbook. For today's recipe we're going to be using a Micropython board and we're going to be getting an LED to flash. This recipe takes me about 5 minutes to do with a bit of practice. So we're going to see if we can do it in 5 minutes today. Let's have a quick. So before we get started, what do we need for this recipe? Well, you needed the Micropython microprocessor board. This board is at the moment available on a Kickstarter and it's about £20 plus postage. And you're going to need an LED. I've got a green LED here, just a standard LED. You're going to need a 560 ohm resistor, little one here. Let's see if we can zoom in, see him. 560 ohm resistor and two cables. I've got two male-to-male cables. Depending on how you're going to wire it up, which I'll talk about in a minute, you'll probably want two male-to-male or a male-to-female. And a breadboard, just a standard breadboard. You can use a small one. I've got a small one here. It's only a nice simple circuit. So that's all you're going to need. Before we start though, I'll just talk quickly about the Micropython board. This board here, when you get the board, it comes with just all, it depends on which model you get. As you can see, it's got all the holes here for you, all the GPIOs here that you can just, if you want, solder wires to. Solder your cables to, so put the wires in there and then solder them, which is okay if you're just doing a specific project, but if you're like me and you like to do lots of different projects, then what you're better off doing is doing like I've got here, as I've done today. Get one of these blocks here that allow you to break out from the board, and it allows you, they've got female connectors here, so it now allows you to put the male connectors from your jumper leads into it, and spend 20 minutes soldering that. If you do there's about 40 pins I think by the looks here, so it might take you half an hour to do, but it then means for prototyping it's a lot quicker. So are we ready to start our 5-minute cookbook? You've got all your ingredients ready to go. Let's press the start button and off we go. There we go. So first things first, here's our breadboard. What are we going to do? Well, we're going to get the green, I've got a green cable here, that's going to go to the positive end, and we're going to plug that into our board. I'll put it on number 4. Then we're going to get our LED. Make sure the negative end is facing away from the cable that you just put in, and that's going to jump across there, like so. And then we're going to take our resistor. Here's our resistor. That's going to go from here over to the negative rail. A full diagram of this is available. Just follow the links. And once you've got our resistor there, we then have another jumper wire connecting from the negative rail. So the positive rail we're going to connect to today. I'm going to connect to the GPIO port Y1, and you can see on the board it says Y1. So just look for the one that says Y1. You don't have to use that, but I'm using it. If you've used another one, then you'll see when we write our program, you need to change that Y1 to whatever the appropriate label is. And the other end, negative end, is going into the ground. There we go. And that's it. That's it. All done. Nice and simple circuit. So that should take you about 2 minutes to do. There we are. If we zoom in on that, we just focus on that. There's our circuits. So once we've done that, we've got the hardware sorted. Now let's get it coded. So we need a standard USB to micro USB cable. The USB normal end goes into your laptop or your computer, which I've got plugged in over here. And this end goes to the Micropython board. So we plug it in and it'll start up. It'll do a bit of flashing, as you can see, while it boots up. And then you'll probably heard boot up as it recognizes it as a flash drive. There we go. So once it recognises a flash drive, you need to open the file that's on the flash drive. So open the flash drive and open the file that's called main.py. Main.py is where you put all your scripts. So let's have a look at our script. This is the script that we're going to be doing today. Nice and simple. First of all, we go get the time module because we need to use a sleep function for the flashing to make it sleep for a second in between flashing. And then from the PYB module, we import pin, the pin class, which we're going to be using to use the GPIO pins. And we create an instance of that class. We're going to call it LED1. And we create an instance of the pin. I've put Y1 here, so because of the Y1 on the board, make sure it's a capital Y. And then capital pin.out, out_pp. There we go, that's all uppercase. And then we create a while loop, while true, turn LED 1 to high, which means turn it on. Then we sleep for a second. Then we turn the LED low, which turns it off. And then we sleep for another second. And that's a while loop, an infinite while loop. And it should just keep on repeating it, flashing on and off. So let's type that in. Import time. From PYB, import pin. LED1 equals pin underscore Y1. So you've finished coding it, we've got about a minute to spare. Once you've finished coding it, you press save, and when you press save, as you notice, the red light comes on there, and that's flashing to the drive. So if once the red light comes on, don't touch it until it goes off again, and then you need to press the reset button, which is just above, right above the micro USB connector. Press reset, and that'll reset your device, and there we go. As you can see, the LED's flashing on and off. And that's it. There we go. For more instructions or for more detail, just have a look at the links. Follow the links through to my website with all diagrams for the code and whatnot. And we've got 30 seconds to spare. Well done.